Memphis.
Pull it up. The big one, there you go.
Thank you all for coming. We're here to address some questions relating to the weather coming up for tonight and to tomorrow morning for the city of Memphis. So for Public Works, what we've done so far is last week, all the equipment was checked and made sure it was ready for this week. We have pre-treated all of the routes, designated routes with a prime solution. Yesterday and finished up this morning. We're in communication with TDOT as well in their efforts with Brian and Salt. And then starting at 3 o'clock today, we'll be on 24/7 shifts covering the city. Watch the weather as that comes in, and we'll deploy salt trucks when we start getting accumulation on the roadways, and then as we see more accumulation, we'll start deploying plows. All the salt had been replenished from the previous event, so we're back to 2,000 tons, and we have, like last time, we had 6 plows available as well as 15 salt trucks.
Commercial appeal over here.
Hey, we were going to let everybody
President Gallagher.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Doug Legal, President and CEO of Memphis Lake Gas and Water. So let's talk first about what the hazards are, what we expect to see over the next few days. And that is that, starting tonight, we can see an accumulation of about 2 to 3 inches of snow in the Memphis area. That could be preceded by a light glaze of ice. That has a low likelihood of occurring, but there is still a possibility of a light glaze of ice with some mixed precipitation, followed by about 2 inches of snow going into tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow into Thursday, the temperature will drop below freezing and eventually down to about 10 degrees. So those are the hazards we're facing. I think the weather will warm up starting Friday and Saturday. So what does that mean for those low risks for us? First, as you know, anytime there's an accumulation of ice that can weigh down the power lines of trees, we don't anticipate there's going to be a significant accumulation, but we will be watching for that. We'll have crews on standby to report and to respond to any hazards that we see from that. The second is from the snow. It's just going to make it hazardous and more slow going for us to respond. That should not slow us down. We'll be able for business, our community also will be able for business to treat all of our facilities. The cold temperatures bring with it 2 challenges. First, as you all know, the temperature gets below freezing. There's a hazard of pipes in people's homes and businesses freezing. So we're going to ask everyone to take preparations to make sure that you're drinking water when the temperature gets below about 20 degrees, and that you do that to homes freezing up, temperature pipe freezing up. Open up those cabinets underneath. Make sure you have a heated space there for your pipes to heat in so they don't freeze up. We do have crews on standby should there be a broad ranging number of pipes that are frozen to work that causes some pressure reductions. Our water system is prepared, it's winterized, it's weatherized, as all of our pumps have been insulated, all of our pumping stations are operating, so I think that we're going to be in good shape to overcome any pressure challenges. The next challenge we see is the very low temperatures for an extended period of time. That will cause an increase in demand for electricity across the Tennessee Valley. Remember, we're all connected here. It's not just what happens in Memphis, but what happens across the Tennessee Valley. And so as other customers who have electric heat increase the demand for electricity, that drives the demand very high. We expect that we'll see a very high demand for electricity like we've seen in other cold events here. TVA is well prepared to respond. They will be watching the demand versus their supply. They're prepared to take action. We are prepared to take action locally to ask our customers who are so subscribed to curtail their use. That's our large industrial customers. We expect that to occur if and when there is stress. The other thing is that we could potentially ask all our customers to conserve. We've done that several times in the past. If we all conserve a little bit, that shows we can preserve electric power. So again, the hazards are watching the ice to make sure that it doesn't accumulate. It does. We'll respond to that. The second, if the snow is slow going. The third is the temperature, how that affects our water system, and how that affects the demand for electric power. So we're well positioned to respond to all of those, and just have to do its full cooperation and making sure that your pipes don't freeze, and make sure that you respond when we ask you to conserve power. So thank you. Next, Carl from
Can I have one moment to read this out? So sorry.
well as the public at large, especially during times of inclement weather. And so, because of the inclement weather that we are anticipating, we have made some adjustments to our ridership times for Wednesday, February 19th. We will implement our inclement weather plan. And under this plan, we will operate the following 8 routes only. That's Route 11, 36, 39, 40, 42, 50, 52, and 57. And of course, this full list of snow routes can be found on our website at www.mattransit.com. Also, on Wednesday, February 19th, all trips for ready, as well as Groove on Demand, will be suspended. Matter Plus will operate life-sustaining trips only. And again, for additional details on our ridership service adjustments, please stay tuned at www.mattransit.com. We will also be providing updates on social media under the Memphis Area Transit Authority, as well as please encourage people to subscribe to our alerts. We will also keep that information updated as well. A few additional updates. Our transit centers will be open. The lobby will be open from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. And then the customer service line will be open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. as well. The customer service desk at the centers will be open as well from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Of course, we're proud to support the city of Memphis and the hospitality hub by providing rides to the warming centers. If people are in need of rides, they should contact this number specifically, which is 901-297-1680. And we really want to encourage people to utilize that line in order to be able to be properly picked up and accounted for, so that the hospitality hub can make the appropriate preparations to make sure that everyone rides out of the storm safely. And without further ado, I'll actually transition now to our friends at the hospitality hub.
Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Hawardi, H-O-U-A-R-I. I'm the Director of Operations at the Hospitality Hub. Currently, we are in partnership with the City of Memphis and, as mentioned, running the warming centers for the City of Memphis. We have 2 locations. The first is at the Hospitality Hub at 590 Washington Avenue, and that location is to support single women and families. The second location is at First Baptist Church at 200 East Parkway North, and that location is for single men and couples. So both of these locations are opening this evening at 7 p.m., and we will be running for the foreseeable future. Right now, based on forecasts, it's probably sometime Saturday, but again, we all know Memphis weather. We know how it changes and fluctuates so much, so we're just planning to be open and ready to receive guests. When they are with us, we provide them a place to stay, blankets, water, and all the 3 meals and snacks they need throughout the day. And during daytime business hours, our case counselors will be working to see who can be reunited with the family, who can go into shelter settings, so that way we can just invite even more people into our locations. Thank you.
Don Crow, Memphis Police Department. First and foremost, we want to thank Public Works and TDOT for the effort they put forth in January during the snow event. I think we all saw that the streets were cleared quickly. Within 24 hours, they were almost back to normal. So we're very confident in the plan they have. The Memphis Police Department is ready for this event. We met yesterday with our station commanders and with our traffic commanders to make sure everyone has sufficient staffing, make sure everyone has a sufficient plan in place, and we're ready for this. We also want to caution people about driving. This goes back to the basic driver's education class we all hopefully took in high school. Ice and snow, keep it slow. And so we want people to refresh that, whether they do it from memory or they go online and watch a tutorial. But we want slow acceleration, slow braking. We never want quick braking, quick acceleration. Once the snow and ice starts to fall, we know the traction on the streets will go down. This is when the drivers lose control because they try to drive normally, and you cannot do it. Every vehicle, even the ones with automatic transmission, have a way to shift it into lower gears. That's a way for the drivetrain to slow the vehicle down without touching the brake. Certainly, as you take turns or corners, we want people to slow down. You have to be able to drive to your capability and your vehicle's capability under the snow and ice conditions that we're going to face. So everyone, please drive slow. We did a quick check earlier. In the last 24 hours, the Memphis Police Department has investigated 78 car crashes. Since midnight, 38. We're hoping tomorrow that number will be even smaller than what it is today. So we tell everyone, if you do not have to drive in those snowy conditions, please don't. Certainly some people have to, but if you have that option, it'd be a great time to stay at home. Now what you will see if the conditions worsen as predicted, we will put into place the inclement weather crash policy. Hopefully everyone is familiar with that, but that policy is if you have a crash, minor damage, no records needed, no injuries, no ambulance needed, no unusual circumstances like alcohol involved. We want the people involved in that crash to exchange information, take some pictures with their phone of the crash, and then those two people involved agree to meet at a precinct in the next 10 days, and they can file that report at the precinct. It goes a lot smoother if they both come to the same precinct at the same time, but if they're not able to do that, we'll still get a crash report for them so they can file their insurance claim. As soon as possible, we will lift that policy and get back to normal operations. But just be confident our officers will be out there. You know, part of the reason for the inclement crash policy is to protect citizens. We don't want them standing on the side of the road in the snow and ice, and to protect our officers. We don't want our officers to have to stand out there on the snow and ice. So thank you everyone for being here. It's going to be a good couple of days in Memphis. We're going to show Memphis what we're making.
Okay, we're going to take Q&As now, so we can ask everybody to stand up. Lucas, I know you were.
Director Morgan, is there anything changing about, what roads have been prepped for snow and ice?
No, it's the same route systems as the last event, and as a reminder, the map is on the city's website, it's memphis.gov/snow-ice, and that'll alert our drivers where we're concentrating our efforts, make citizens aware, drivers aware, and be safe when we traverse the streets.
To add to that, Brian did like WREG. Did you learn anything from the last weather event back in January that you found more effective when handling and preparing for this weather event?
Overall, no, it was a really good event. I think we needed, some things we're probably looking to put in place would be some level monitoring on our salt bins, within the trucks, so the drivers know when they're out of salt. But other than that, everything went great. There were some minor equipment breakages, but they were having mechanics on staff that were ready to assist, and they got it fixed and got back on the road.
Question for CEO McGowan. Can you speak to where our water pressure stands? I know we
Sure.
had at least one main burst yesterday.
Yeah, so just to be clear, water mains break all the time. In the wintertime, 3 to 4 during the day is normal. That's overcomable. We don't even notice that our pressures. Today, all the pumping stations are full capacity. Our pressures are normal pressures. So when the water leaves the pumping station, it's between 60 to 80 pounds per square inch. So the two breaks that you mentioned don't even make a dent in that. So we're at full pressure, which should have pressure across the system. That's when you start getting an accumulation of tens of thousands of residents and businesses and those kinds of things. So you will see, typically, as the weather gets cold and starts to warm up, that's when the earth moves a little bit, and you'll see those cracks start to occur. But today we're at full capacity and weather turns on.
Assistant Chief Crow, do you know if or when that inclement weather policy might go into effect, either tonight or tomorrow?
So we certainly don't have it scheduled. We have some measures in place, and we get those measurements, that's when we'll do it. But first, we have to get the snow. If it doesn't snow, or the snow is just a flurry, then we'll never.
Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you.
it.